Hello again, good people from St. Martha. It's been an interesting spring in good ways and bad ways. Every day we know is a day of new life. It's also a day when some of us go home. We're particularly mindful of that, certainly of death in this COVID time. We see it in the papers. Two of our parishioners, both in their 90s, 50 years of marriage. COVID has taken them. At the same time, new life, always new life, always new life. There's less traffic here at the parish. Walk around in the morning, you've got to give extra room to Mom. She's leading the goslings along. Turkeys, little guys, and squirrels the size of a finger. The young are all around us. Last Friday, I learned that a friend had died. One of those people who is so full of life, almost Churchill-like in the ability to cram more into the years of life than seems possible. Worked with him very closely some years ago. He was gone in a moment. He was gone in a moment. St. Benedict told his monks to always keep before themselves the fact that they would die. He also told them to keep always before themselves life. Good Friday, Easter, the resurrection. You always need to keep those both in front of us. There was a public figure in Detroit many years ago. He was young. He died suddenly. He and his wife had quite an argument that morning, and she had said some things to him as he walked out the door. And she has spent years telling other young men and women, don't say those things to your spouse. You never know. We don't know the day nor the hour. We go to seminary and we are told how to say Mass. And the way we're to say Mass is that every Mass is to be said as though it is our first Mass. Every Mass is to be said as though it is our last Mass. Every Mass is to be said as though it is our only Mass. We do well to live that way. It's not just priests saying Mass. What if today were the first day that you got to be married? What if today were the first day that you got to be with your children? What if today were the first day of your career? What if it were the last day? What if it were the only day? One of my prior lives, I worked for the Supreme Court. Worked for 20 justices. 7 still there when I was there, so 13 of them had left. They left 13 different ways. A couple of them I remember in particular did what our old track coaches would say. They ran not to the tape, but through the tape, working hard on their last day. It's spring, there's new life everywhere. There's new life in ways that are sometimes hard for us to recognize. Each of us needs to remember never to be a spectator in our own life, never to just be hanging around. Is there something we need to do? Is there something we need to say? Is there a brother or sister, a grandparent? Is there someone we need to say something to? Is there something we need to do? Let's do it. Today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. May God bless you.